I love the design of the enemies and the world, but it's really obvious that it's just too big for a small team. It doesn't have enough polish for the things that are here. There's so many things they wanted to do that it drags a lot of them down. The combat could be better. The traversal could be better. Everything about it could be better and more in depth. Other than the design of the enemies. I think the art is incredible. I mean, just look at it. It actually does look like something you'd want to explore. But it's a real simple thing. In Breath of the Wild, they realized what we're going to do is Link can climb almost anything. So you never have to think about, oh, am I going to be able to climb that or not? How am I going to get around? And you can climb up, so you can use your stamina, you can climb up the tree, you can use that to jump off, you can glide to something else, you can problem solve. In this, like the running speed is not even really that fast for an animal on all fours. And then when you do decide to go for, so yeah, you're sliding off. I guess that's pretty intuitive. I would slide off that. Alright, I'm gliding. You can go back, you can go forward, but you descend pretty quickly. You can go pretty fast, and that's it. And there's nothing else you can really interact with. I mean, you have a gun, and you have your melee, and you have your magic and stuff, so... I guess it does have a lot in that sense, but... It mostly makes me think of Breath of the Wild, and how badly I want to play Breath of the Wild 2. And then when I'm walking on these trails and these sort of Nordic heights... I think of Skyrim, or I think of Death Stranding. Seems pretty realistic, the glider. Yeah, as I'm playing a mutated animal wearing a diver's helmet from the 50s. What kind of magic do you have? Well, I've got... So this is pretty neat. This one infects enemies and it makes them fight each other. This is a, like, warp that stuns people. And there's this weird bubble. I think I need more stamina or energy. Let's let that fill up. So you got this bubble. You sort of like collect enemies. And then... I don't know exactly what you do after that. I've collected them. And then I don't know. Psi power. Blink. Yes. Blaze. Oh, so that's not a psi power. It's a... It might be a bio thing. Biogenetic. Mucus bubble. Alright, jump to bounce or roll. Stick him to the bubble. If you press the bound input again, the bubble will burst. Okay. Pretty cool, eh, Jace? Berg, it is, it's an open world survival game? No, it's not a survival game. Because you're not, well, you are, in this instance it is, yeah. Like, this will be too toxic to go to. There's a fire region, I think, and an ice region. The bubble is pretty and cool. I like the magic abilities. Again, that's a really cool design. The design of the enemies, the design of the magic and stuff. It's pretty great. Jace, how are you finding the melee combat? I'm finding, like, maybe it's because this thing is a bit slower, but trying to dodge and stuff is, like, confusing, and you get... Who's this guy? Like, look at these awesome characters. Like, what's this thing? Bubba Skinarfs. Can I bubble him up? No, I don't think that's gonna work. Can I confuse him? Oh yeah, he's confused. Whoa, he's underground. That's a neat design. So yeah, this is where it shines, I think. Enemies, environments, the design of them, implementation, and like kind of the one-on-one battles, I think are pretty nice. When there's a lot of people, sometimes it can be hard to watch out from the different ranged attacks and combat. I think part of it definitely is the combat needs some fine-tuning, but with the weapons being slower, faster, combos being different, yeah, you gotta find the right flow. I think I need a quicker weapon. But, I mean, the weapon that I'm using is... What do I got here? I think if I just go like this. There we go. Weight class, light. Attack speed, pretty high. You know, that's medium. Half as fast. Oops. Yeah! Oops. No, I got nothing. He went down pretty fast. I wonder if I was in an area that was beyond my level or something, because I was just at this camp and it was like ridiculous taking down everybody. If it's a mob you really find, it's just a chaos of dodging and spamming gun and abilities and occasional melee combos, which sounds like it could be really fun, you know? Like, okay, bouncing, my cooldowns, my magic, dodging parries, but I feel like I struggled to get into a good rhythm where I really understand, you know? Like it's trying to be like a Spider-Man or a Batman or something. Especially with the warning lightning bits that come above you. But then, yeah, I never really sink in with that. I don't want to break these things. I like these things.
You could have missed this village. It's called Mamble Clump.
Sure, Mamble Clamp.
Fate is funny that way, but it won't always make you laugh.
I mean, this is nice to look at and explore and, you know, get the storytelling done through the environment. And, yeah, I'm glad you were able to spend some time with John. You guys watch anything interesting? I watched the Friends reunion with Stella last night, which was actually pretty well done. When I read the description of it, and they said, featuring performances by Justin Bieber, BTS, I thought, Lady Gaga, I'm like, what? Every 5 minutes are they going to stop and I'm going to have to listen to them sing a song? But the way they handled the implementation of those people was done really, really, really well.
Tells you that everyone that's taking everything for themselves are having all the fun. Wonders if you...
Yeah. And there's a lot of the voice in this game, Bergie. Health down, energy regen down, armor down. Can I scrap it?
Untended, the world will... says goodbye to you.
The only option you have is you can also... I mean, you could turn the narrator's voice completely off and just read it. Checked out some vids from your channel, so follow. Yeah. Any other interesting opinions out there about it?
Someone must make the dive and put an end.
Merc Puff. Oh, yeah. And Godzilla vs. Kong. I haven't seen that yet. They don't have HBO Max in Canada. Even though I pay for HBO. I can't watch HBO Max. So when we did the Mortal Kombat review, I just was like, well, I'm already paying for HBO. They just don't have it available in Canada. And Mortal Kombat was going to be on that, so I just torrented it. And I got an email saying, we know what you did. You better get that off your computer. So I'm probably going to jail. We're off to pay a $30,000 fine. Piss on the marker? Nope, I don't want to look at the map. I don't want to look at the map. Don't load the map. Criticism's mostly the same. A lot of potential. Something's off. Yeah. I wish the combat felt a little bit better. That would go a long way. Yeah. I do like it. And then I just sort of get into combat and I think, oh crap. Or you're sort of looking for something to discover. Alright, we've found this little village. It's kind of nice to look at, and I enjoy environmental storytelling.
There's a lot on the line here.
I got a new Wung Fu. I was walking around. I discovered something. It took me to a memory. In the memory, I sparred with somebody, and then I don't know if it's related, but then all of a sudden my automaton, the little robot thing you have with you, automaton, said, pick an ability. So I said, hang glider. And I could have had some other ones like healing and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's the frustrating part, is that the parts that are here that are good do make me want to keep playing. Area effects smash. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah. It's the thing I find with this game is that I really don't like picking on it, but I can't help it. You know? The narrator. It would be better if I just didn't have to listen to the narrator anymore. Even though he has a great voice and he's doing a great job, it's just the job they're asking him to do is kind of dumb. You know, like great sound.
This corner of the world is called Anywhere, which is maybe why Click calls it home.
You know, how cool is that? That's very inspired. Okay, I'm gonna piss on this marker. Please don't open the map. Don't open the map. Don't open the map. Don't open the map.
Let's see.
No! That's so such an annoying feature. Very sort of like Final Fantasy 15 Fallout. I love seeing... It's like you're in this really cartoony version of The Last of Us and Breath of the Wild. I don't play a lot of Assassin's Creed games, so I just think of Breath of the Wild.
Heard about you, but figured you didn't have the guts to do what must be done to survive.
What have you done? Don't
Says
talk about it. Alright, Joel. Nice tie.
someone like you. Are you really tough enough to see? Guesses
The writing is like so over the top.
The world like a set of locks. Every time you do something, you decide whether to open one or not. Would you go back and open Says worse is relative. Appears to him like you've been wasting your time trying to fix the undead. He likes the Jagni you work with. He's liberated lots of things with them. And from them. It's not like anything they have. You look like you'd be up. Says back in the days, no one locked anything. He keeps his business low-key. But for the the gears mesh well between you. It'll be easier for both if
That's just an insane amount of
and judging from
writing.
what he's heard about you, you're
You know?
handy with metal too, literally. If you charged a bar of metal at a Toxanol zap station, he could forge it into the palm of your hand. That would help your clonk fist beat new paths into the future.
Okay.
Just flip the switch of a generator that produces superheated, glowy air and get on it when the lightning strikes.
Wow. Yeah, we did piss on it. Which is an interesting idea. What if animals mutated and took over the planet? Yeah, they'd probably still piss on things to mark their territory. Yeah, I saw the photos you had, Chase. They're very nice. Appreciate that despite giving a dark, light, good, bad vibe. They don't treat it like that. Yeah. Yeah, it's not just you're bad, you're evil. There are people who believe in that. I tend to not listen to the narrator and just read it. Because it's... Yeah, it's slow and it's just the same over and over again. Let me try a different... anyone else speak a different language? There's no Dutch, there's some German. We're all a bunch of weebs. Let's go Japanese. And we'll keep the English subtitles. Yeah, I just like to read it as fast as I can and get on with it. You know, I think this game will be in the future is it'll be looked at like Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines. Gulpi, see. Oh, I don't Horkster. I think this game will be looked at like Vampire Masquerade the Bloodlines. A game that had some great ideas, but was just half-baked and has a cult following. I think people will keep playing this game, especially as it goes on sale. And they'll be just playing like exploring the shit out of it and finding all these things. And there'll be all these articles that are like, here's, you shouldn't have slept on Biomutant, or Biomutant has these amazing things you missed, and all that stuff.
店では誰でもお気に入りが見つかるそうだ。特にお前みたいなやつは。いい買い物がしたければここだと言っている。
Nice. Long cutter. 385, 647, medium. Why would I want that? Because you can have two, I guess. Still medium. A plunger. Oh, I swear, it's a great weapon. Great weapon. Put it on someone's face, you could suck them. You want to suck them on the face? I don't know. Do I? One-handed slash. Two-handed slash. I have something pretty similar. Knock smaller enemies to the ground and hit. That's nice. What about melee parts? Melee parts. Okay. Add some armor piercing.
近くにほとんど誰も知らない興味深い場所があるらしいが、今はそのことは。
Alright, that was some nice Japanese. What language do you speak, Burke? Felix! We did that in Final Fantasy VII Remake. The French one was the best because they just all were low-key. They weren't all like anime voice actors in English. Let's go do some Chinese for Felix. Simplified Chinese. Felix is a simple guy. German. Oh, you're German. Ah, okay, let's turn the speech up, baby. I watched a bit of the Horizon State of Play. It looks nice. It's such a cool idea to have robotic dinosaurs.
说你应该少蹦跶了，赶紧加入他们，一起毁灭世界。没别的好说的，没问题。
Okay. Upgrade bench. My samurai wobble by modify. Overpowered. Damage inflicted with this weapon is increased by 2% for every 10 units of strength. I have a lot of strength. Yep. Quality. Material. Oh, I'm short 4 glib globs. Can I break things down? Upgrade your gear. I don't really care about the gear. Dismantle. What can I dismantle? I don't really have much to dismantle.
暂时还不会下暴雨。
Did you choose the hang glider as your bonus? You can't spawn a transport here. Why? I've never figured that out. Why? Can we swim across? I need 4 glib globs. Clob log. Wow, 459 light. It's pretty good. This one's medium. This is also light. Does that not seem medium or heavy to you? Okay. So you're circling around like the big giant ring road around London. Grabbing all the side quest stuff. Just getting like pumped up and trying to get some more weapons. Yes.
有时候有些事，光是看到，会让你觉得如梦似幻。你得切身感受到那一刻，才会有真实感，就像是踏上时光机重回那一刻。
You know, the Kung Fu's like such a good idea. I just wish they would have put everything into the combat to make it feel as good as possible, be as balanced and tight, polished. Because it's such a neat idea, these animals developing this natural fighting style. You think of animals, you know, they fight like a predator's gonna fight to like an extremely evolved rate, you know, like how a tiger will, or I don't know, a snake or something, right? They're strong, they're fast, they've evolved. So then if you give them the brains of humans,
和随之而来的情感是很难的，我们的大脑很难糊弄，想要摆脱这些思绪，可要费点功夫。
I wonder if these are all the people that do the voices in the Stanley Parables, different languages. Yes, you give them a bigger brain, like a human, and for them to be able to take on the relics of the past. It's pretty neat.
不管怎么样，你想起的东西，注定会改变你的未来。
I think we get another upgrade. So last time I did this, yeah, there we go. Health injector. That I would like. Turret function. Boost your damage. I think we'll go health.
幸好你想起了怎么激活马克机甲的生命注射器，这肯定能派得上用场的。
Yeah, I don't think San Francisco's super tropical. San Francisco is... It's very, really nice weather. Because it's, it can be kind of brisk and chilly in the spring and the fall, but the summers are fantastic. The winter's not too bad. So the sun shines a lot there. Pew pew pang. Alright, let's try some Korean.
感觉今天会发生些什么？
You know it. Now we can crank this up. Doesn't it seem like that speech is still way louder than the gibberish? Oh, it's icy over there. Yeah, I think they're definitely going for an Asian vibe. I mean, with the trees, the kung fu, the instruments in the soundtrack. A green leaf plant. It's drying out. Oh, the West Coast? San Francisco? Yeah, I wouldn't say tropical. Tropical in the States is more like Florida, Louisiana, down in the southeast by the ocean. Where did you put it? So I guess we gotta find a way to get in there. Or you just go here. Okay. Charge the metal with lightning. Alright. What do I get? Are you a little lightning bug?
그냥 발전기 스위치를 켜서 엄청나게 뜨거운 반짝 공기를 만들어내고 번개가 생겨났을 때 손을 쓰기만 하면 된다.
Just flip the switch. And you do it 2 more times? Okay. It makes me think of this fantastic shrine in Breath of the Wild where it's like there's a shrine and it's surrounded by thorny vines. So you have to figure out a way to like maybe get up high enough and glide down, or you can set them on fire. Or you could use the fire to lift yourself up into the air. Holy shit, is this like a Spider-Man villain? Ouch. Yeah, definitely big time Jurassic Park vibes. From the sound. Might switch over to this guy and charge him up. Yeah.
하늘이 하얗게 새고 있구나. 서서히 밝아지고 있는데.
I think if I heard Korean, I would think it's Japanese. Let's do some German for Bergspitzel.
Das war gut, aber die Blitze haben die ganze Arbeit gemacht. Geh zurück zu Klick, um die Klonkfaust aufzuladen.
Klick uns die Klonkfaust.
Siehst du den E-Müll? Immer wieder praktisch.
He's a lot more friendly than I would have thought. Ah, a jovial German. You can hear the voice actors no clue what he's saying. Oh, really? God, Truck 6. How are you? Thank you. For the cheer. Dankeschön. Do you speak a different language, God? We're cycling through all the different game languages. We've done Chinese, Japanese, Korean, German. We need to do French and Spanish. Scottish. Ugh. Maybe a wee bit of Jerry Cinnamon. This is the beginning of the rest of your life. Better start grafting cause you're running out of time. I should be a cantor. He throws you a wee bit of scrap. Old World Clunkfest upgraded to level 2.
Klick meint, deine Faust sei geladen und bereit, ein Loch in alles zu schlagen, was dir im Weg steht. Klick versteht jetzt, wie die Schlösser dieser Welt funktionieren. Er muss aber noch die Schlüssel herstellen. Er könnte einen Skelettschlüssel aus einem Dach. Er redet von den Überresten der Todwandler. Und das glaubt, dass du soeben das Geheimnis hinter seinem Plan entschlüsselt hast. Klick sagt, du musst einen Damals-Zeitknochen auf... Klick sagt, dass euch das Schicksal zusammenschweißt.
I mean, what you can also do, God... Dear God, is just go to the audio and turn the speech down to 0. Then you can just read it and hear all the fun gibberish. Und klagen. That German guy has a nice voice. Polish and Russian. Francais. Graves and bones and graves and bones. I like the idea of the different gangs or the different tribes. I believe that if you just turn down this one, yeah, if you just turn down speech to 0, because it's the volume of it, so you just wouldn't hear it. And there's like the narrator frequency, which is a little different. But yeah, I mean, I turned the frequency down to 0, so he just didn't say, he didn't comment on the world. He wouldn't say, "Och, you strayed a bit off the main path. You found something that nae many people have found." Belt animal. So they call armadillos Panzerschwein. Tank pig. It's time to level up.
Regardez-moi ces muscles.
Look at those muscles. That was French? Two side points. I can set people on fire. Sure. Ooh, what's levitate? I want to levitate. I'm gonna wait for that one. Upgrade resistance. Well, I'm trying to get into the biohazard part. Or radiation. I can't remember which one it was. It was sort of like gooey.
Ne restez pas sans rien faire. Vous ne savez pas combien de jours il vous reste à vivre.
Vivre. Thank you. I got to visit a bit of Scotland.
Ce silo est immense. C'est à se demander ce qu'il conservait là-dedans. Vous n'avez plus de qui.
Il n'y a plus de qui.
C'est plus qu'une égratignure.
So you hit him with this green bit, and then they start attacking each other. Pretty helpful.
Plus que la moitié de votre vie. Faites-en des rondelles.
They really sound like, they really sound like Breath of the Wild enemies. Bye, Prince. Elfita Sein.
Entrez les deux yeux. Tranchez dans le vif.
Oi!
Bien visé.
Yeah, they do actually. Like the illustrations of bacteria in a cleaning commercial. They have kind of they do look like something pretty familiar, like a Pixar or DreamWorks movie or something. Yeah, when I was on the cruise ship, so I got to go to Scotland. And when I was traveling around Europe, I stayed in Glasgow for a couple nights, Edinburgh for a couple days. My aunt used to live there with her husband when he was going to medical school. So they had their kids there, so they have little baby Scottish accents. Going to the Star Trek
Dit
convention.
avoir eu de bons échos à votre sujet. Dit que les... Dit que l'arbre de vie reflète l'état de notre...
Monsters Inc. Monsters, that's what it looks like, yeah.
제주지 마주와우 제주지 마주와우
제주지 마주 와우 제주지 마주 와우 제주지 마주 와우 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 Italiano. Probably a little bit too loud. It's down on 60 and it's still so loud. Oh, coming up on these enemy encampments or these structures makes me really want to play Metal Gear Solid 5. You got a scar on your hand from an armadillo? Wow. Looks like our guy. The Dark Samurai armor. Whee! Crunch. I don't like that he stops.
Questa è Knocklet. Lassù in quell'aerobolla troverai un banco da lavoro.
A banco da lavoro.
Vediamo.
Scotland's a nice country to look at, not so nice to listen to. You hate the accent. Then again, you do need to listen to it every day. Are you not, do you not have a Scottish accent? He's a sweet little guy. He'd even scratch him on his belly. And then... he just had razor blades down his armor.
Aggrappati bene e parti.
We were creating the ultimate weapon. Then you got him a mate. Uh-oh. You had to separate them. Yeah, you're the ultimate armadillo boner killer. Modified. Ah, I need 4 more wibble wobbles. Well, how do I get those?
Ispeziona quella sciopperia laggiù.
Sciopperia?
Chissà cosa ci vendevano.
Is that the Italian translation of it? Oh! What the hell happened? I don't think you can parry with the heavier weapons. Ah, that's annoying. Can I parry this one?
Ti serve più energia chi per farlo?
A southern three-banded armadillo. A smaller kind of South America. That's kind of a cool story, though. Cool scar. Were you scared of armadillos after that? Yeah, I love the idea of these guys using actual trained physical techniques. Like this guy kicking in a way that's sort of efficient, you know? Like using a trained kick. Forward swoop kick. Wrestling moves, all that kind of shit. He sort of looks like the Goomba enemies in the Super Mario Brothers movie. Oh, that's cool. It was like dodge, attack, shoot. Dodge, shoot? Looked awesome. Lucio Sumptuous. Very, like Harry Potter, British Dr. Seussy. Oh, this scar? It was the other kind of horny armadillo. Oh yeah, because you're like a trained zookeeper. Right. You've seen all kinds of animals have sex. The males also have a fire hose. Oh. That's very poorly timed. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Intergrade June 10th. It might be worth playing through again. See that stupid story? Might play that one on French dialogue again.
Oh, lo senti questo odore?
Ooh.
Io rischio nelle vicinanze.
I don't think there's a big rush yet to get a PS5. Can't get one. Unless you're a huge fan of Ratchet and Clank. Oh! I've got the, how do you heal? Automaton health injector. Okay. So I guess it just fills up. I mean, what's there to play on PS5? You really want to play 7 Intergrade? Is that only on PS5?
Ti chiede di dare un'occhiata alle merci.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. So the Yuffie episode's only going to be on PS5. Wow.
Ma che oggi mettiamoci d'accordo.
D'accordo. Ooh, a large health pack. Take some of this stuff. Radium syrup.
Onesto.
$20. Yeah, it's 20 American dollars for the Yuffie episode. I don't like the storytelling in Final Fantasy VII. I like the combat. And I'm assuming it's just going to be more of the same of that kind of storytelling. Yuffie being... I wonder what she'll be like. I don't think she'll be
Quello è non ti
cutesy and
scordare di
annoying. I think
noi,
she'll be kind of tough
dove
sounding.
piantavano la gente morta. Speriamo che non tocchi anche a te, non ancora almeno.
The place they plant dead folks. 2 more chapters? Probably, I would say, like 3 hours would be how long it is. Okay, Spanish, Russian, and Polish are the only ones we haven't heard yet. Oh my god, you guys are fighting in a bloody... Oh, they're zombies. Or the skeletons.
Podría ser el principio del final. De todo.
De todo. De todo. Este final. De todo. I think her combat would be pretty fun. I actually enjoyed Barrett's ranged fighting a lot, which is surprising to me. Normally I always like to be up close and personal, parries, counters, all that kind of stuff. Rivolverino. Find a bone for Click. Well, there's one. Perfect score. Ain't nothing gonna stop me down here. Old bone. That little. That's it. Yeah, I think Final Fantasy 16 is going to be pretty nice. I think it looks mature. I think it looks grounded in its own logic and fantasy. I'm hoping it'll be...
¿De verdad quieres quedarte fuera de noche?
Che, what to be at the noche? I'm thinking it'll be a bit like... I like the way they handle this climbing up. You just sort of point. Yeah, maybe like Final Fantasy 12 with a bit more scope, a bit more fun, a bit more whimsy. And then Conan O'Brien will play it. I think one of my favorite Conan O'Brien ones is him playing Final Fantasy 15 with Elijah Wood and banging his head against the wall, literally banging his head against the wall, just wanting it to end. The endless talking. Yeah, he was promoting this game. This game got a big promotional push in the last couple weeks. Conan O'Brien and PewDiePie playing it. The two biggest gamers in the world. Look at this house. Could be something interesting in here.
¿Ves esa casa a reparar? Debe de haber algo de valor dentro.
Oh my god, a TV. From my childhood. Fixer-upper. Alright, you Spaniard. Let me hear some Ruski. Oh yeah, I'm sure there were a few influencers doing their influencing. I don't even know why I saw PewDiePie doing it. I don't subscribe to him or anything. Aw, what a happy little dead skeleton. Oh, what's going on? You're here.
Говорит, что помнит тебя тихоней и радуется, что ты работаешь над собой. Тебе здесь всегда рады.
It must have been so much work to come up with all that gibberish. But if they want it to be in every language and have that much voice acting, the cheapest way to do it is just have one narrator. It's a choice. Yeah. Just standing, jumping around on the corpse. They're animals, though. Evolved animals, but filthy animals. They don't have class like you and I.
А вот и мотосочная заправка. Там до сих пор водится топливо. Вниз попроще, а вот вверх посложнее.
I'm gonna die.
Конец.
Konец Linsky. Thank you for playing Biomutant. What is this big circle we keep looking at? Is that the orb of life? Why don't you show the tree of life in the middle? Seems to be what the game's about. Oh yeah. So if you go with one gang, one clan says we gotta stop the monsters that are gnawing on the roots of the tree of life.
Там невыносимая тьма.
I chose the one where they say, yeah, let it burn. But you still have to fight the same monsters that are gnawing on it, and you still beat them down. And then it just kind of resets to them still gnawing on the tree of life, but you've done that portion of it. They just didn't really find a way to have choices, but have the gameplay change in a meaningful way.
Огорчается, что в мире... Все ясно. Кекс печь. Их едят, они глядят? Нет уж, большое спасибо. Говорит, что... Если тебе отваги хватит, рискни...
Okay. That's all the languages, other than Polish. It's pretty similar to Russian. Yeah, it's like they just started going through, what effects can we put on these voices? Go through the list of filters. Turn that speech down. Watch me, mama. Wow. I wonder what happens next.